Good morning, everyone. I'm going to record a video walking through the steps to do Module 3, Assignment 6. And I think that the reading could have been a little bit more clear, so I wanted to provide you guys with some additional support here around this. So I have downloaded my file, Create Tables, and now I have it here open. So my first step is to, on the second blank line below, please complete this form. So I will add or insert a table that contains 5 rows and 5 columns. So the quick and easy way to do this from in here is to insert, click on table, select the dimension I want a 5 by 5. I hit OK, and there it is. It pops up. So we're going to walk through this. We're going to get a little bit further. We're going to realize we need a different format of table, but for the moment, this is going to do. So number 2, merge the first 5 cells in the first row into a single cell and center align the cell contents. So the way that we do this from here is we select them all, and then we right click and say merge cells. There, it's done. We're going to put our consultation estimate right here. And then I'm going to go back here and I'm going to center that. Okay. Insert the following text in the cells of the second row and then format them as bold. Okay, so we have type, location, we have consultant, hourly rate, and total. Okay, I'm going to select all of them together, hit bold, and keep it moving. In the next one, I'm going to insert following text, so window treatment. Location is in home. Consultant is Joan Lambert. Hourly rate is $50 and total is $50. Okay, now I'm going to add 2 rows to the end of the table. So to do this, I'm going to select 2 rows and I'm going to right click again and insert rows below. Because I selected 2 rows, it's going to insert 2 rows. If I had selected 1 row, it would insert 1, 5, 5, and so on. So rows below, we have 2 now. And then the next one is to merge the first 4 cells of the last row into a single cell. That's this one. So I'm going to do that. Again, right click, merge cells. And now I'm going to add subtotal here. And it wants me to, let's see, center right edge of the cell. So again, I'm going to come back up here to my bar. I'm going to click on this one, align right, and we'll pop it over there. Now it wants me to create 2 new rows with the same formatting as the subtotal row. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to select, and then insert rows below. And I'm going to do that one more time because I only selected 1. I have to do it twice. And now we're going to add charge here and total here. Okay. In each cell to the right of subtotal and total, enter the sum formula and display the formula results. Well, there is no way to do that unless we have an Excel sheet embedded. So we're going to use what we have here to copy into an Excel sheet, but we're going to actually now embed an Excel sheet. So we could have done this at the initial step. I didn't because I wanted to walk through this process with you and show you both ways. But in this instance, because you have to do a calculation, we will need to insert the Excel sheet. So that's fine though. We're not going to waste this. We still have this to use. We're going to copy it into our new Excel sheet. So I'm on this line right here, and I'm going to go up to the top bar, click on Insert, and come down to Object. Select it, and I get this pop-up here that says, what kind of object do you want to insert? Well, I want to insert an Excel sheet. I'm going to select OK. So what it's done now is it's popped me up an Excel sheet. I'm going to hit Save real quick. I'm going to close this just so you can see. And now we have this Excel sheet right here underneath our other table. So to save us time, I'm going to just select all of the text that's in the table I already created. I'm going to hit copy. You could, hit copy however you want, whatever your preference is. I happen to like the Control C, but you can go up here if it's the double icon. And then I'm going to go back down here to my table. I'm going to double click it so that that Excel sheet pops up. And then I'm just going to paste here. So now I have this here, and I'm going to go back to my instructions that it says enter the sum formula. In order to enter any formula into Excel, you hit the equal sign, and this tells Excel that I'm going to put a formula here. And now I'm going to start typing sum, and it will be helpful and try to pop up what it thinks I want. I want sum. And now what numbers do I want to sum? Well, in this case, I'm going to sum all of these here because in theory, I would have multiple lines that I would be looking at. So you can do this a couple ways. You can either manually select this one, put a comma, select this one, put a comma, select this one, put a comma, and so on, and then close parentheses, and it would do it. Or you could say equals sum, open parenthesis, and then go up here and select these four all together, close your parentheses, and hit return. Either way is going to be valid. When you click back in this cell now, you'll see in this little function bar up here, it's telling you what you're doing. You are summing rows or cells E3, which is this, through E6, which is this one. So you basically said, give me the total of all these. So now the next one I'm going to do is sum the total cell. Well, the total is always going to be the sum of the subtotal and anything else under it, whether it be taxes, ad trip charge in this case, what have you. There's nothing here yet, not a big deal. We're still going to do it just like we did above. So equals sum. And then we're going to go select these two, close parentheses, and hit enter. Okay, so now we have those two. Now we're going to go on to the next one. In the cell to the right of add trip charge, enter $10. Okay, we're going to do that and see what happens. 10, enter. Well, now my total has changed. So I'm going to undo that really quickly and then redo it here. All right, there we go. So now I'm going to hit save. I'm going to go close this, and I come back in my document and I see that this is now here. So now I have this duplicated twice because of the process we went through. You could absolutely begin with the insert object step to just insert this Excel sheet up front, or you can do it this other way to kind of see how it works. So we're going to delete that, get rid of it. Now we just have this one here. We also have these extra cell areas. So we're going to leave this as it is for the moment. We're going to move on to the next one. So because we don't have them completely formatted, we have, this extra here, which we probably don't want. But in the moment, we're going to leave it be because we didn't really address it too clearly in the instructions. So just know that this option is available to you there. Okay, now we're going to go on to the next one. The end of the document under the in-home trip charges heading, convert the tab list to a table. All right, so in-home description, in-home trip charge. So we're going to select these, and then we're going to click on our insert and come back up here to table. And because we have text selected now, we have this option that wasn't available just before. We were just blank inserting the table, which is convert text to table. And click yes. It's going to pop us up this little box. It's going to ask us how the text is separated. Maybe you have a comma separated list, or you have some other indicator between, what is distinctly under distance versus feet. In this case, it's a tab list, as you can see here, because of these little arrows, they're showing us that's a tab. So separate text by tab. Initial column width is auto. We're going to leave that for the moment. And then our number of columns is 2. Hit OK. And now we have a table here. So we're going to go on to the next one. Resize the columns to fit their longest entry. So to do that, we're going to go over here. We're going to come into the table. We haven't selected anything yet. We're just going to scroll over. And as we get to this line, we're going to see that the cursor changes. So once it changes, this means you can resize things. So I'm going to pull that over so it's right there. Come over here, do the same thing. Okay, now my table is formatted and it's resized and everything. Let's see. In the last row of the table, replace the existing text in the first cell with 50 plus miles. Okay, I'm going to do that. Lowercase. And then replace the existing text in the second cell with email for an estimate. And replace the existing text in the second cell with email for an estimate. Okay. Email for an estimate. And now I no longer have the resize right, so I'm going to just kind of do this, pull it out until it's all back on one line. Okay, great. Now let's see what's next. Add a third cell to the last row and enter info at worldwideemployers.com. Okay, so the way that I do this is I select and I say insert. Actually, I don't know that we can individually insert. No, we can't. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click and we're going to say insert cells. We're going to shift to the right. What it's going to do is it pops this out here. So I'm just going to copy this text. I'm going to paste it back in this one. And then I'm going to put info at wideworldimporters.com. And now I'm going to save my document. Save it. Pop it up wherever I want to. Hit save. And that is what you're going to submit to me for this assignment. All right. Thank you, guys.